All right, I'd like to do another example of building from a given design. We did Kung Fu Panda already, and now the Vivaldi webpage. Okay, so go to GitHub to get the design material. So here's what we're going to build. A bit of a bigger site this time, a little bit bigger. A heading. Well, we'll break down the image again, just like we did last time. Some style notes down here again. Okay, let's get started. So I'm going to download the zip file. That will take me down to here. A little bit bigger of a one this time. There we go. Show in folder. And I'm going to open up another file explorer so I can get this onto my F drive. CS10 folder, web dev. Okay, here we go. So I'm going to go inside of here. That was my zip folder, right? The zipper there. And I want to take out this project folder. Okay, great. Now inside of here, we've got the README songs for the different concertos and the images. And again, I have more songs and images here because again we'll add on to this program once we learn about JavaScript, and we'll make it more interactive and switch between the seasons and stuff like that. But for now, we'll just use some of these. I've got the screenshot here again, and you know what? I'm going to open this up, and let's get that screenshot into here. Make that a little bigger. Okay. And let's start marking this up and planning out what our HTML elements should be. So I'm going to make this bigger again and head over to the board and use my pens. And I should be able to scroll here. Yeah, okay. Okay, so again, the background, this would just be my body, right? This blue background, and then this white thing here, right? Everything inside of here will be like a main div for all of my content. Inside of this huge div, we'll have an H1, that's my main heading, right? This is just an HR, horizontal rule. 4 seasons, ring of mystery, these are all just H2s, right? Level 2 headings. Ring of mystery, H2. I want to make sure, oh good, I can scroll nicely. References, this would be another H2. Right, those are all my level 2 headings. And now I can't scroll back down. There we go. Okay, this would just be a paragraph. Here's an image. This would probably be a paragraph, and inside of that paragraph, we'll have our audio element. Right, we're going to have that audio controls. This would be another paragraph here, I would say, and this paragraph has buttons inside of it, right? So we'll just have a note here that we'll put some buttons inside of our paragraph. And I notice that these are all centered. Well, we'll see what we do with the centering. We'll probably add a centered class and add it to the H1 and to these ones here. Okay, and then this right here is just the paragraph. The classical kids and all these red things here, those are links. That'll be an A tag. Here's just image. Again, centered. This will be just a little paragraph underneath there with some instructions. Click the image for Ring of Mystery on YouTube. Oh, so this image is also a link. Right? When we click on the image, it'll take us to YouTube. And this is just a paragraph. And then this is our unordered list, UL, unordered list of links. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. And like I say, it's nice to plan this out, to break it up. Okay, I've got my body, I've got a div, inside of the div, headings, paragraphs, HRs, audio, buttons, all sorts of stuff. Okay, let's start building. I'm just going to shrink this down, and if we go back to here, this web dev Vivaldi master will be our project folder. Let's open that with Visual Studio Code. So you can either right click and open with code or Visual Studio Code. And we can drag this into the open spot, and that should open it up as a new project folder. There's the README in here. maybe we should do a quick little read through of the style notes. Page layout is centered, fixed width layout, right? 700 pixels with 150 pixels on either side. Okay, that is probably the, 700 pixels, 150 on either side, and it should be centered, right, with that margin auto stuff. Okay, fonts, Helvetica is the base font, the main title, Dancing Script, subtitles, Ledger. There's a bit of a font size change, Google Fonts, some letter spacing in here. For the buttons are a little bigger. Paragraphs and lists have a little bit of letter spacing. The image text is smaller and italic. Oh yeah, the click image underneath. Some colors here for the different buttons and the border and the background, the links. The link should all open a new tab and window, and the text link should show an underline on hover. Okay, we can do this. But first we need index.html, HTML, there we go. And let's also, might as well do our style.css right away. Okay, index.html. I'm going to shrink this down here, and let's go back to this page, CSS basics. Let's start with our, actually, HTML basics. Let's go to our HTML intro and Control A. Whoa, I don't want to Control A that. Select all of this, Control C, and paste that in. Shift Alt F to format. Change my spaces. There's got to be a way I can set default spaces for HTML to 2. I'll figure that out later. Shift Alt F. There we go. Save that. Let's change the page title to Vivaldi. And then the heading, I think, said Antonio. Hello, Antonio Vivaldi. And let's just get rid of that for now. Oh, and you know what? I think I should go back to here. And I do want to open in a new tab. Because I forgot to do that. Oh well. I was going to make some text content, so we didn't have to type all this out. We could just copy and paste it. But I can't select it from an image, so I guess I'll just have to type. All right, that's okay. So what do I want to do now? Well, let's open this up and make sure. Let's go live and make sure we're good. Antonio Vivaldi, good. We'll also go here to CSS basics, CSS how to, and we can get this link. And we'll set up our style sheet right away. I think I called it style.css. Yeah. Save that, so the style sheet should work. So I should now be able to go body, background, color, and what was the background color? Colors, page background color is this hex code. That's the same color for spring. And when we click on the buttons, when we do JavaScript again, we'll change the background color to represent each season. All right, go here. Background color is that. Save. And ta-da, beautiful. Okay, let's get rid of this downloads. I'm actually going to put this on the side here. And maybe I want, actually, let's open this up. Maybe I can shrink that down a little bit. Sure. Okay, so this does, actually, let's just start with the H1. Oh no, let's do the div first. I should go back to my HTML, and all of this should be inside of a div. I always forget that I can do shortcuts with Visual Studio Code. I don't have to do the angled brackets all the time. I'm just going to type div and then tab. So, speeds things up a lot. Okay, H1 Antonio Vivaldi. Let's just start there, and I should give my div a class of main. So that in here, I can go .main, and we will tell it to have a background color of white. And let's just take a quick peek. Okay, that's what that looks like. Now, of course, the div just has one heading in it, so it doesn't have much height. But the height will come as we fill in content. So don't worry about that for now. Let's take a look. The page content width is 700 and 150 pixels on either side of padding. So when I go width, 700 pixels. That will give me the width of 700, but I want padding on either side. So that'll be padding. Usually we do a little bit of top padding as well, top and bottom, maybe 10 pixels, just a tiny bit. Just a space off from the top of the page, and then 150 pixels left and right. Beautiful, should give it some nice padding. There we go. Oh, but we need to do that margin auto. Margin auto will help it so that it's centered. Okay, awesome. Okay, so if I were to, where was the other window that I had? Was that this? Oh yeah. So now if we look at this, let's shrink this one down a little bit. Oh no, what happened? Undo, undo. Okay, good. Phew. Okay, now what we want to do, yeah, that's looking okay. We want to get the font for this and get it to be centered. Centered is easy. That's just my H1. Text align center. And then the fonts we need to load from Google Fonts. Google Fonts. Dancing script, perfect. Select that one. And then I can't remember what the other one was. That's why we have notes. Dancing script and Ledger. And Helvetica is a safe one. Ooh, okay, Ledger. There it is. Okay, and then we can go to the instructions here to load those ones. Copy, paste. See, it loads them both in one tag, Dancing Script and Ledger. Save that, and then when I want to use them, Dancing Script cursive, we'll simply go into our style sheet for the H1. Great. And I should also do maybe that base font family Helvetica. Helvetica. And that's a sans serif, I think. And if I wanted to, I should probably, it might have been good to go to the web safe fonts here. I don't know if they had oh yeah, they have Arial and the Helvetica as a backup. I wonder if we could do this, but then do it the other way around. That might be a good idea. Put this in, but we're going to take Helvetica first, and then Arial will be my backup, and then a generic sans serif font will be the backup of that. And I could do a little comment here, /* base font */. Just to make a little note. It's in the body tag, that's going to be my base font for everything. H1 is different, and then I think the H2s were going to be font family. Oh, I should actually just go to Google Fonts and copy paste that. Great. Well, I don't have any H2s yet. Okay, so maybe what I should do actually is, let's do this. Let's build all of the, I'm getting ahead of myself with all these styles. Let's build more of Dancing Script. Nice. Let's put some more of the HTML in, and then we can style. I usually like to do that. So H1 followed by an HR, that horizontal rule, and then we'll do an H2 that says 4 seasons, and then a paragraph that says the 4 seasons is a group of 4 violin concertos. Each concerto gives musical expression to a season of the year. Beautiful. And then we need an image, source equals images / this would probably be, this is spring. See here, the button here, spring is highlighted, right? It's got the border, and then we have the spring image. And then the summer image would have the summer being in focus and everything else grayed out, and then autumn, and then winter. So we want the spring.jpg. Cool. Alt equals spring, sure. And we'll see what happens with width and height. I'm not sure. I'm going to leave that for now. Okay, after the image, we needed another paragraph. That paragraph was going to say Spring Concerto, colon, and the audio element.